you can pick it up and sell it to the people at 2,000. But before you do that, make sure there are access routes, make sure you connect electricity and water, and you can sell it at a reasonable price to the people. Look, the chief will be revered for that. The people rushing or going to buy land in those areas will also be happy buying. Look, if I buy land for 2,000 cities and there's no access routes, nothing, I'll be better off buying the land at 10,000 cities with access routes and then water and electricity. I'll be better off.
Yeah.
So that's my advice. We can use business models to get ourselves comfortable. It's not a magic. We can just use business models, and we are lucky our chiefs are now very enlightened. Some of them are even old surveyors and all that. So they should use their education to support their communities. It's not just about selling their land, it's about getting people there and making them comfortable. Because you are going to rule over them. So it's very, very important. And government can support in this. Our chiefs to do that. So that's my recommendation. Now to your second question on the public land situation. As far back as 2004, 2008, government in updating the National Environmental Health and Sanitation Policy already said in that policy that government was no longer going to build community latrines. So it's a government policy that no community latrines. The only latrines government will build is institutional latrines. For instance, there is a school, so they build a latrine for the school. There is a market, they build a latrine for the market. Lorry park. That is what government on paper says it will continue to do, but for the area of community latrines, government says it is no longer going to do that. So in most of the communities, the public latrines were broken, they were sent away. My community, for instance, at Brick, they collapse our public latrine and replace it with a school. Our former MP, Loyenu Safisene, he built the school, and so the school was even named after him. It is expected that government, before doing this, should enforce the household latrine policy. Because in cities like Tamale, Accra, Kuma, we shouldn't entertain community latrines. Every house should have a latrine. That's why I like the mayors of Accra, the way they were aggressively following this policy. If you build a house and you don't put a latrine in the house, they will come and convert one room into a latrine. That's what Alfred Okovandapo used to do. And I loved him for that. How can you have money to build 23 rooms in a single plot and you cannot put latrine in the house? Government should prosecute such landlords. And Accra, they are taking it very serious. But around here, because of the dynamics, it's very difficult. Very, very difficult to do. But we should have a mayor who would be willing to bite and get the right things done. So that if they should be checking every house, if you don't have a latrine, you should be forced to build a latrine. If every household has a latrine, the institutional or public latrines would be a thing of the past.
You would observe that in most of the indigenous areas in Tamil, you see a public latrine serving over thousands of people. In a day, you will see over 400 to 500 people patronizing throughout the day.
Yes. So if they had latrines in their houses, look, it's more dignifying to have a house with a latrine. You know, I have my small apartment. There's this TikTok guy who is called Apartment. I like the guy. Some Indian guy.